What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome into the Fantasy Slam Game Day Playbook Show. It is NFL Week 13. Coop, you and I in the mornings here today. We'll flip with Britt and Flynn. Britt and I will be doing the 11 a.m. We got you here at the 9 a.m. kicking us off here today, my guy. How are we doing today?
I'm loving it, man. I like this morning shift. Honestly, I was just going to be sitting here doing football stuff anyway, so why not do it live, baby? Why not get after it? Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is a wild week. It's an important week for many. I mean, the fantasy football playoffs for some, start next week, right? I mean, like those who haven't adjusted maybe some of those league settings to the the extended league. I know
2-week playoffs, 2-week playoff leagues start today.
2-week playoff
Tomorrow.
leagues. I know some industry leagues, I think, even have their playoffs starting right this week. So, important week here to get those get guys over the edge there when it comes to your fantasy football playoffs. But of course, we still have some DFS to talk about. We have betting to talk about. So, plenty still to come here when it comes to the NFL. Coop, this is also a week of injuries. We had a lot of big names that we were waiting on to find out if they were going to play. And based off of Adam Schefter's 1 a.m. tweet barrage, they're all in. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like we're going to have anybody missing. Now, a few of these guys are still game time decisions, but the expectation is that, we'll see Chris Olave take the field here today and whatnot. So, all in all, not a bad week of football here.
Yeah, exactly. One of the ones that we know is more of a game time decision than any other, I would say, is Chris Godwin. They said that because it's a neck injury, they want to see him out there. And that what stinks about that is not a 1 o'clock game. That's a 4 o'clock game. So if you have Chris Godwin questions and it's close at all, might want to go, like, say you were going with like Godwin or Ridley and you feel like it's close, go with the other guy just to be safe in that event, But besides that, I think all these guys are going to go. So I'm not steering away from Trey McBride. I'm not steering away from Tank Dell. Like, guys that I've been banking on, if they're playing today, I'm just going to keep riding it.
Yeah, I'm 100% agreeing with you there. Better Boss was the first one in the chat, and he's already out here
There he is.
throwing out the Chigaconquo love for today. You know what? He's given out some good takes over the last few weeks. He gave us the Jameson Williams touchdown in the chat. He was all in on Greg Dort. So, when the Better Boss speaks, maybe we got to start paying attention.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I was a little worried about our boy Chig. It looks like they put him to the test because a couple weeks ago, for 2 weeks in a row, actually, they had the rookie Josh Wiley almost matching him in routes run. But last week he kind of clawed the jaw back. He didn't play the entire game, but he played, he ran like 70+% of the routes, got a bunch of targets. So yeah, Chig, definitely a dart throw, especially because it's by Mageddon at the tight end position. And I mean, and for those of you that play DFS, the slate's even tougher because Ferguson already played. Kelsey's not on the main slate. Waller's
out.
We say
Dalton Schultz is out.
Schultz is out. Waller's out. Mark Andrews is out. Hawkins is on bye. Dalton Kincaid's on bye. Isaiah Likely on bye. Like Cole Kmet on bye. Like just absolutely tight end landscape where even if I was talking to Dan Malin actually right before the show, and even if like you look at George Kittle and say, oh, I'm worried about Kittle that, he sometimes when everyone plays, he only gets 3 targets or that, the Eagles might not be as bad versus the tight end. Now they have Kevin Byard. It's like, what does that mean? Right. Instead of ranking him 2, you rank him 4, right? Like how far down can you move guys like that? So this week at tight end especially, it's going to be rough with the buys and the injuries. Hey, but that's why we're up here 9:05 talking ball with y'all.
Yeah, exactly. If you go look at our NFL DFS rostership forecaster, you see Brevin Jordan as the highest projected roster tight end for the week. Obviously, Dalton Schultz gets ruled out. Brevin Jordan is a min-price tight end, and everybody's looking for that value on this slate. So they go ahead and they pick up, and put Brevin Jordan in their lineup. Danny Dolphins fan here already asking about Brevin Jordan questions. I was a little bit surprised to see everybody just immediately plug a guy like that into their lineup because we've seen that fail many times over and over again with Brevin Jordan. And now they have a better quarterback. They have more offensive weapons available to him in that offense. I mean, yes, he's $2,500, but is that a good buy? Is it a good chalk, bad chalk here?
In your redraft leagues, I'm imploring you to put a tight end in that's earned targets this year. So like a guy like Juwan Johnson going up against the Lions with no Michael Thomas, no Rashid Shaheed, I'm willing to go there. I'd even go for a guy like Tucker Kraft. Jaden Reed's been nicked up. I think he's expected to play, but Tucker Kraft has a good matchup there. Guys like Brevin Jordan in redraft, I'm not going to go there. In DFS, though, anytime we can have a minimum price player that's going to start at tight end, you got to do it simply because, John, the minimum price tight ends are cheaper than everybody
Yeah.
else, right? The minimum price wide receivers are 3,000. Minimum price tight ends on DraftKings are 2,500. Here's what I'm doing. Whatever lineup you make with Brevin Jordan, who's going to be the hot chalk, make the same lineup, but make it with Steven Sullivan of the Panthers. Because Steven Sullivan, there's no Tommy Tremble because he's got a hip issue. There's no Hayden Hurst. And Steven Sullivan actually earlier this year with no Hayden Hurst and Tommy Tremble playing had a game with 5 targets. And in that game, he actually hurt his shoulder. So he kind of carved out a role, hurt his shoulder, left the game, missed the next game. And then by the time he got back, he had to be worked back in. But now he's going to be the better pass catching tight end of the two, him and Ian Thomas. So whatever lineups you're making with Brevin Jordan, I'd make the same one. Copy, paste, swap.
Love it. All right, we'll get into some of these questions. I see this chat flowing in. We love all of you. If you could go ahead, give us a like on today's show here. And if you haven't already, subscribed. I don't know what you're waiting for here. Michael Evans, first time catching the show. Better late than never here. Week 13. We do fantasy football shows all week long, including 2 live streams on a Sunday. So hit that subscribe button. Free to do. Like today's show as well. Get notified whenever we go live on the channel. Betterbot saying happy week 13 to everybody. And then Nicole kicking us off with our first question of the day.
Yes.
Needs 2 wide receivers and a flex. Dell, Sutton, Olave, Warren, an 8 chain. It's got Najee Harris already starting at the running back position.
And Rachaad White. And I like both those. So I like the way you have it set up there. Tagtel's playing, I'm starting him. He's just too hot right now. So the question then becomes Sutton or Olave. And honestly, Sutton was so close to scoring again last week. The ball, it's one of those plays that we see it as fans and we're like, why didn't he catch that? But it's an incredibly difficult play in reality. These guys are just incredible. So a lot of guys catch it, but Sutton should have kept his TD streak going. I think he finds the end zone today. So I'm going to go Dell, Sutton, and then I just feel like I can't go away from a guy like Achane who he doesn't need 20 carries to go crazy. He needs 10. He needs 10, right?
Are you worried that he's coming off yet another injury, that there could be some limitations here? I mean, they have no reason in a game where they're close to double-digit favorites to push him. That's my lone worry with that situation.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about that exact narrative, and my thought process is this. Last time they brought him back coming off the knee, and he landed on the knee, and then he got hurt. So I feel like this time you got to be overly cautious with that guy. And in a matchup where you're a 9.5-point favorite, I feel like they wouldn't have him play if he wasn't 100% ready to go, John. So I kind of look at the other side. I will say this, Nicole. If your team is just flat out better than the other team and you just need to keep things, you just want to play a conservative lineup and keep it afloat, I think Najee and Jalen Warren are both good starts, but I don't know. Or would you go Olave over
Well, I mean, I think obviously Olave makes the most sense because of the lack of wide receiver depth that's on that team right now. But I mentioned this to Howard Bender on the NFL DFS show, which you guys can all still go watch on the Fantasy Time YouTube channel right now. The possibility of playing both Warren and Najee Harris. You called facing the Arizona Cardinals a choose your own adventure to a success. Essentially, we've seen teams run on them and throw on them, and we've also seen games this year where Pittsburgh had both Najee Harris and Jalen Warren have monster fantasy days in the same game. So you could probably run both running backs out there. I would go Olave over Achane this week. That's just me personally. I'm a bit wary. Now, to your point, Goop, when Achane got hurt in that game, McDaniel said afterwards he was ready to go back in. We took the cautious approach to keep him out. He wanted to go back in that game. It was just like a bone bruise. So you could be right, 100%. Obviously, Olave himself has that concussion. Could obviously cause some problems for him there as well. She has a follow-up question, I guess, for a different league in a full PPR. If Olave sits, which expected to play, would you play Tajay Spears, A.J. Dillon, but no Aaron Jones, or Miles Sanders? And I don't think we're in on Miles Sanders at this point anymore.
No, probably not. I mean, the thing with Miles Sanders is I like holding him just to see how it shakes out with everybody being fired. But the reality is, if I had to bet, it would be that it wouldn't go in Sanders' favor because the 2 guys that got fired were friends of Sanders, quote unquote, right? Deuce Staley from
the guys that brought him in.
The guys that brought him in. So, yeah. So, me personally, I would just go with the guaranteed work in A.J. Dillon, even though he's ceding some of the pass work to Patrick Taylor. Like in situations like that, you have to go with the guy you know is going to get the carries.
Yeah, I'm big on Derrick Henry again this week. I don't think I can go Tajay Spears. And I'm surprised. You go look at that draft percentage forecast that we're going to not many people in on Derrick Henry coming off of a 2-touchdown game feels a little bit surprising.
Right.
Guys, I do want to say you only got to throw your question in the chat once. Coop and I are working our way down the list here. So if you've entered your question already in the chat, we will hit it. So just hang with us as we work our way through. Bettercast in the chat saying, yo, it's Sunday. Let's go. We do have the Bettercast here tonight. Chiefs versus Packers. If you guys haven't already downloaded the free Bettercast app, you can scan that QR code right there or click the link in the description of the show. It's completely free to download. You can completely free to sign up and play. You answer some pregame questions there, like who's going to have more receiving yards? Is Patrick Mahomes going to throw for more than 250 yards? Something like that. Bunch of pregame questions, and then you watch the game while it's going on and answer more questions in the app. At the end of the day, whoever has the most questions answered correct wins tickets. They can redeem those tickets for autographed jerseys, helmets, and a lot of other cool stuff. So download the completely free Bettercast app. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up. Go hang with us in the chat. Howard Bender has the Bendercast on Thursday, so you can hang with the RotoBuzz guy. He had Jim Bowden and Scott Engel in there with him on Thursday. I mean, he'll have a lot more special guests joining him here throughout the rest of the season as well. So download the free Bettercast app today. Follow question. Betteros says, Coop, your boy Gmo's in the chat. What's up, Gmo?
Hey, Gemo. Yeah, Gemo the icon, baby.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Coop. Start one flex. Kirk Warren.
All right. I'm going to start Christian Kirk, man. He's been rock solid. I know we do like Warren against the Cardinals. I'm trying to get Warren and Najee in wherever I can, but the way Kirk's been playing, I feel like I'm going to go with him.
Okay. Yeah, no arguments with me on that one there as well. Again, we went to the Okonkwo already for Better Boss. Getting the game here. Bailey Zappi. I don't know, man. I mean, listen, we're Patriots fans here. I'm not sure if I'm going to ride the Bailey Zappi train or not. There was reports. Patriots beat writer for the Boston Herald came out and said that Zappi did not look good in practice.
No.
And that the Patriots have a set of plays for Malik Cunningham to run. So, there's a good chance we see multiple quarterbacks. There's a good chance Bailey Zappi just gets benched at this point if he plays like he's been playing this season already. So a little tough.
Not to mention missing Kendrick Bourne, missing Demario Douglas, who's been their best player, missing Kayshon Boutte. I actually wouldn't be surprised, John, to see Malik Cunningham play some snaps at wide receiver, because at practice, one of the beat writers noticed that the last couple practices, I think they realized Demario Douglas and Kayshon Boutte weren't going to go, they had Cunningham actually wearing the red jerseys in practice, which is what all the position players wear. The quarterbacks wear the black jerseys. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him play a little. We've seen him return kicks in the past.
So he's tasting Hill today, is what you're saying.
I think he's tasting him out. We might see him return some kicks. Marcus Jones, right? Get him a couple screens, and then maybe I wouldn't be surprised if he threw a double pass touchdown today. So.
All right, Coop with the double patch touchdown call. See if you can make that bet. We talked Brevin Jordan. We'll talk more Brevin Jordan throughout the day here already.
Yeah.
Fat Golfer here in a 12-team Superflex league. Every quarterback playing this week is rostered. In my Superflex, should I play Jake Browning or Hollywood Brown?
I'm your team quarterback, man. I'm team quarterback, especially
at Jacksonville, I think, this week.
Yeah, where you can't run on them, so that's out of that's off the table. But the one good thing for Jake Browning is that the Jaguars let up their number one team in DVOA versus the run, but they let up the most receptions to the running back of any team. So whatever dump downs Joe Mixon gets, he's going to get those points too. So the pass to the running back as the extension of the run game is great for the quarterback. We saw it for years and years with Drew Brees. So, I mean, I think he could get away with some cheap ones today or tomorrow.
Fine with that one. Our guy, Miguel Rojas here. Dak and DK, that's a tough start to go against. So he needs to know, do you play Garrett Wilson, Trey McBride, Downs, Cooper? Does not trust the Jets quarterback situation.
Start two. So in that situation,
you got Joe Flacco throwing the ball to Amari Cooper this week,
which is honestly better for him. I mean, it
can't be worse.
It can't be worse. That's exactly what it is. It can't be worse. Joe Flacco, I feel like there's certain quarterbacks that have like quirky things. Like Brady was always the best at throwing the ball away, like intentionally grounding it and getting away with it. I feel like Joe Flacco is the master at collecting pass interference calls downfield. Or maybe it was just Torrey Smith that was good at it. But we do know he's willing to push the ball downfield. I think I'm definitely going to get Josh Downs in there the way he's been playing. Got 12 targets last week. So the question is, he needs upside. Normally I'd say Trey McBride here, but if he needs upside, it might have to be Wilson or Cooper, right, John?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I mean, you need the upside play for the touchdown. So
it's also a bad matchup for McBride, and he's coming off not practicing.
I don't hate Downs this week, honestly. I like Gardner Minshew in DFS. I think you could go Downs and Cooper here and have some success.
I think that's the way to go. Downs and Cooper, and just hope that Amari Cooper hits the big one.
Yep, agreed with you. Rex saying good morning. Good morning to you
up,
as well. And we got our early Twitch game.
This is the earliest Twitch classes I've been on, my man.
And he needs help, please. Well, we're here to help you, good person. Pick 2, Swift, Brown, Devonta. You got to double up on the Eagles here today against the 49ers. I guess technically it's triple up. Which 2 Eagles are we playing here today, Coop?
I think I'm just starting the 2 wide receivers, right? Yeah. Anytime Dallas Goedert's out, not to mention you can throw. That's the thing with this 49ers Eagles game, and why the over under is so high is that we think these defenses are just amazing, but you can actually throw on both these teams, right?
I agree. That's been the problem with both these teams. We thought they would have better defenses, and their secondaries have not really stood up. So I'm with you. Take to both wide receivers in this one.
The Ruguru. Shout out the Twitch guys always have the best usernames, dude. The Ruguru.
It's their gamer tags, man. Right. Warzone 3 this week. Could begin download it. We gonna jump on the sticks.
Is it gonna be free?
Yeah, free Warzone 3.
I'll get in, dude. Yeah, so you'll see me out there. Hit me up on.
Yeah, guys, gotta pre-download your content there, though.
I know. Hit me up on Xbox. Sauce McFloss, folks. Let's get it going, dude.
We'll run the new map here, the Verdansk looking map that they made for Warzone 3. Sit 1, half PBR, Olave, Kirk, A-Chain, Singletary. Ooh, which one are we sitting here?
Dang. That's an interesting one. I think you might have to sit. It's either I'm sitting either Singletary or H-Champ. Singletary's been good versus bad defenses. That's the hesitancy I have there.
Split the carries, but got all the pass down work.
He played 49 snaps, and Dameon Pierce only played 11. So pretty clear that he's getting the pass down work and then at least half the run work.
I think H-Chan's a sit here.
Yeah, sit him. You have the luxury to do so with how many good players you have.
Agreed. Half PPR, Brian Robinson or AJ Dillon. I'm going to be Robin this one.
Yep, agreed.
Daniel, half PPR, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Rashid Rice, Devin Achane, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy. Miles Sanders, Tutu Atwell, and T. Higgins.
So Tutu Atwell split snaps with Demarcus Robinson last week. I don't know what it is. Teams just love to wheel out Demarcus Robinson. So
size, probably.
Size. Yeah. So I'm out on Miles Sanders, Atwell, and Higgins from that crew for sure. I'm going to start Rashid Rice, and then it's Jerry Jeudy's been brutal lately, man. Colby Conway says that this is a Jerry Jeudy week because he says that his Texans are weak at the slot corner, but I don't know if I trust that player at all. So I don't know, John. What do you think of Achane, Amari, and Jeudy? Where are you going?
Probably Amari.
Yeah, go big with Amari. Jerry Jeudy's just been so bad.
I mean, because we know at least Amari's the number 1 wide receiver on that team. Right. So I'll go there. Jets or Browns D here today. Jets against Atlanta at home. Browns have the Rams on the road.
Is Myles Garrett not playing?
I don't know. They said his arm was in a sling last week.
Every headline I see is different. Every single headline I see is different, where it's like people are like, oh, he might have the injury might be worse than we thought, and then it's like he's playing. And
then, Pro Football Talk on December 1st says Myles Garrett says he has no restrictions and is good to go for Sunday. So
Cleveland.com says that he told everybody he has Wolverine blood. So
he may.
He actually might. Dallas Goedert said something similar last year when they put him on IR. It turned out he can actually heal faster than everybody else. So
I might go the Jets defense. On the Better Sports Betting Show, Coop, I gave out the plus 2,500 no touchdown prop in this game. No touchdowns in this game. So
that's we call that the Keith Sweat. Because our producer, Keith Skopinich from the morning show, that was his favorite bet. And he actually hit once on a Thursday. So,
No touchdowns coming today, Jets Atlanta. So,
Keith
let's go Jets defense here. I was thinking not able to duplicate lineups you suggested this week because I made a ton of small entry GPPs. Yeah, man, get it. Let us know your questions, Rex, with your GPP, man.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson and Jahan Dotson.
He's talking about doing one Brevin Jordan and then doing the same lineup with Steven Sullivan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson, Jahan Dotson.
Danny, can you let us know if that's full or half PPR? For those two players, that's actually really important. If it's full PPR, I'm going Deontay Johnson. If it's standard or half, I might go with Dotson, but I'm leaning towards Deontay Johnson, any sort of PPR.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Deontay Johnson anyways. Obviously the high game total and the volume of passing you see in Miami with Washington, as a lot of people looking at the Commanders receivers on this slate for a good reason. But Deontay still, even in a bad week, had 8 targets last week.
Right.
So
It's the Cardinals too. I mean, like they're gonna. That's the thing with even if 6.5 point favorites against the Cardinals at home. We've said it multiple times on the show, especially you and Howard have pointed out that in order to bench guys or run out the clock, you got to score the points first.
Yep. Danny's saying it's full PPR, so we're gonna go with Deontay Johnson in that one.
Yep.
For Lawrence or Goff, I'm going Lawrence here today. A great spot for him against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Carr or Wilson, a 6-point touchdown. I'm gonna go Russ.
Yeah.
Shoot out in Houston here.
Carr's missing a lot of his pass catchers.
He is.
So it's gonna be a weird day.
Jay Olsen needs a half PPR. Puka, Thielen, Downs, or McLaurin.
Just one.
Looks like just one.
Wow. So I'm not going to go Downs in half PPR. He's a much better in full PPR.
I'm not in on Puka here either. So it would be Thielen with a brand new offense against Tampa Bay, or McLaurin in that shootout potential in Miami. So
that last one sounds best to me.
Yeah, McLaurin. I like McLaurin. Honestly, the Dolphins this year, I mean, on the road, really haven't been playing the same as they've had at home. So you could see Washington have a pretty good game here this week, and maybe surprisingly competitive here.
Mm-hmm.
Better Ross says, "Wants to know our projection for Flacco. What do we think?"
Yeah, I mean, I think that he probably connects on. There's going to be a long play at some point, and whether it's pass interference or an actual catch is yet to be seen. But I think he's going to let it fly. Honestly, I think.
Flacco last played in 2022,
and for the Jets during that, like I don't know if it was the way Flacco was operating or the way the team was, but if you remember, that's
like 50 times,
50 times a game. He was just chucking the ball like crazy. So he has no
55, 59, 44, 52.
Yeah, but look at the completion percentages. He was not connecting. I can see. I think that the interesting thing for me is that he does have a cannon, right? So I could see Amari Cooper or Cedric Tillman connecting on a big one today.
Sure. I listen. The volume's going to be there. We do know that they like to run the football there, but going up against the Rams, maybe he throws.
Maybe
Jordan Love over under 219.5.
I like the over on that one, to be honest. I think Love has kind of come around a bit here. Now, is Jaden Reed playing? I'll actually check out that right now, John. But Jaden Reed he's been limited all week. He got a limited practice in on Friday, so I think he's good to go. Aaron Jones is going to be out, and then we already know Luke Musgrave's out. So, yeah, I like the over on Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'm good with that one as well. Danny saying he downloaded the Bettercast last week, loved it. Yeah, man, Bettercast is awesome.
You're the man, Danny.
Definitely got to check that out. You can get that link in the description. I'll throw the QR code up in a little bit. Half PPR, Stafford or Wilson? I'm going to go Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Twitch gang, question number 2. See Cap 22 needs us pick 3. Najee Harris, David Montgomery, Devin Achane, Ramondre Stevenson. Back-to-back weeks of 20-plus carries. Ramondre Stevenson looking pretty damn good. Definitely going to ride him. I also like Najee Harris as well. So, Coop, Montgomery, Achane for me would be the third.
There you go, dude. Yeah, just pick all the easy ones and give me the tough decision, dude.
You're welcome.
So I'm in on Mondre. Mondre hadn't had a 100-yard game from scrimmage pretty much the first few months, and then the last 3 games, 100 yards from scrimmage all 3 games. So yeah, it's got to be Mondre, got to be Najee, and then you said Monty, right, or Achane?
Well, I asked you, do you think Monty or Achane for the third? Because it's Najee Harris, Ramondre we're in on. Montgomery against the Saints here or Devin Achane against the Commanders, both obviously sharing snaps.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Monty on this one. At least the Lions are favorites here, and I know it's kind of a tough place to run, but luxury is running is a luxury of the winning team. So I think I'm going to go Monty on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Ian Rappaport saying that Aaron Rodgers is not expected to return this season. I mean, we kind of figured that.
Yeah, thank you.
Theology wants to know start 2 Downs, Rice, D-Hop, Brown, Deontay Johnson.
I think I like the first two, man. I feel like Rice is becoming a guy that I'm scared to not have him in the lineup.
Yeah. I'm with you. I like Downs and Rice a lot. Deontay or Downs? Half PPR.
Half PPR. They're both more full PPR guys. I think I'm just going to go Downs, though. 12 targets last week.
All right. Rex wants to know most of my lineups this week with a bye week, revolving door, question marks, full PPR. I need 3: White, Pacheco, Javonte Williams, Stevenson, Moss, and Swift. So where are you going here, Coop? I think we're both in on Stevenson again, obviously, in this group, but what else are we doing?
Yeah, definitely in on Stevenson. I worry about Moss, to be honest, because not only is Tennessee a top 3 team in DVOA versus the run, but they're letting up the fewest receptions to running backs as well. So I don't like starting Moss unless I have to.
Yeah, he obviously. Well, it's funny that we talk about this because, as we mentioned earlier this week, his one big running game, or he's had 2 big running games this week, this season. The first one came against Tennessee, he ran for like 130 yards. The other one was against Baltimore. 2 teams we look at as good run defenses. He just torched. But I would bet the odds it doesn't repeat itself here.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's not a terrible start, but with these options, you have other places.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pacheco, White, and Stevenson for me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Good.
Ian Rapport also saying Jonathan Taylor expected to miss 3 to 5 weeks. So that is a rough.
5 weeks is a nightmare.
5 weeks is an absolute nightmare. Albert saying good morning. Olson's got another one for us. Puka, Cooper, or Thielen pick 2.5 PPR. I'm just not in on Puka against the Browns.
Yeah, I don't love it. I'm going Cooper and Thielen.
Yep, that's where I'm at as well. Sorry, there got something in my throat.
You're all right, brother.
And morning, Ann wants to know one in PPR. Samuel, Dobbs, Algier already starting Bijan.
Samuel, Dobbs, Algier. I mean, Curtis Samuel was heavily involved last week, and with Jaden Reed playing, I don't know if I love Dobbs, so I'm gonna go Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. Samuel, again, draft percentage forecaster, one of our highest projected wide receivers this week in terms of rostership. Right. It's $4,100 on DraftKings, so that makes a little bit of sense there.
Yeah.
Jack wants to know Njoku or Taysom. He won a ride with Taysom, but it's scary. Nah, play Njoku, man. Man's getting 40 targets a game.
Right. Yeah. Then they're gonna be. I think they're gonna throw a decent amount, man. Taysom. The thing about Taysom is that honestly, it's good that Olave is playing because Taysom is like a kicker to some degree, where him having a game that matters is almost out of his hands. They have to get him down to the goal line where he does his thing. Last week, you got lucky that on some random wheel route, which he does not usually run, his ADOT, the 3 games before that was 2 to 3 yards. He just randomly caught one like 30-yard pass last week, 40-yard pass even, which made it seem like he was involved, but he really was not involved that much. He played 9 snaps at quarterback, which is what you're banking on. They had 72 total snaps. He only played 16, doing his like fullback, hybrid tight end, whatever it is he does. So like he really doesn't play all that much except for that the goal line stuff. Like him getting first downs on 3rd and 1 is great and all for the team, but that doesn't matter for fantasy football. What matters for that player is getting in the end zone. So I mean, if you don't like the Saints today, then you shouldn't like Taysom Hill. We like them we like Taysom Hill in games where they're going to beat up on the other team, and I don't think that's the week. So I'm going to Joker.
That works for me as well. Jim wants to know Judy or Dotson and a half PPR. I'm going to go Dotson.
That's where we go Dotson. Judy's been just invisible, man.
I know. Mostert or Monty in a full PPR here.
I like Mostert.
Yeah, Mostert is where I'm at as well. Half PPR flex, Ford, Sutton, or B-Rob.
Just one player?
Yeah, looks like just one.
Ford then versus the Rams, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine going. That'd be him or Sutton for me.
Yeah.
Rex saying if that Atlanta New York bets hit, my DFS lineups are dead. Why are you playing Jets in your DFS lineups, man?
That's going way on the side.
Go hit a mail in the in our DFS chat there, Rex. He'll set you straight on some DFS lineups today.
I just want to point out that like an over under of 33.5 is insanely low.
Unless you're playing the defenses, I don't think you should really have any exposure to that game here today. So
33.5 is crazy. The last time I remember an over under lower than that in an NFL game, it was like 30, and it was when Taysom Hill was quarterback and the other quarterback was Kendall Hinton. That's what we're talking about here.
Well, we actually just had that in the Giants Patriots game, and it went way under. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
Like 34.5. So yeah, it's good luck to you if you're rolling out some Atlanta, New York today.
33.5 is like the score is like 15-17.
Yeah, I mean, assuming you think it goes under. Is Flacco worth a starting DFS? If you're making multiple lineups, of course. If you're making one lineup, I'm not going to do that today.
No.
McBride should be good.
He's good to go, man. Yep. And we're going to start him because, I mean, look around. It is a mess at tight end this week. So, like, they could say, if they came out and said McBride's going to play half his usual snaps, I'm not even sure I could rank him outside the top 12. That's how bad it is at tight end this week.
Yeah, I'm with you. Jim wants to know, Chargers or Rams? The Chargers gets the Patriots here, Coop. I mean, the Chargers defense has been terrible. But do you give them a look against New England this week, or are you going to go the Rams at home against Cleveland?
I kind of like the Rams because I just think Flacco is beyond the level of caring. I think Flacco is definitely throwing interceptions. Yeah, we got to check and see what the interception props are for Flacco.
I mean, they're probably as good or if not worse than the interception props for Bailey Zappi today.
It is raining.
It is raining, yeah.
It is cold and raining outside.
The thing is, I just think that they're going to run the ball against the Chargers all day. So, like, you may not have the opportunities to.
Right.
Yeah, you look out the window. I forgot you live 10 minutes from Foxborough.
I do. Yeah, I was outside
from your window. So
yeah, I was outside walking the dog. It is earlier. It's not windy at all, but it's cold and it's wet.
Yeah. Morning fellas, greater stash, Chai Chandler, Durnest, or Gainwell. It's gotta be Chandler, probably.
Stash Chandler, yeah. Because Chandler has the best chance of earning the job outright. Because Alexander Madison has not played well. Like D'Ernest Johnson's never going to take over for D'Ernest Johnson and Gainwell need injuries at this stage.
Danny giving us his DFS lineup here. Flacco lineup has Warren, Moss, Hill, St. Brown, Ayuk, Jordan, and Njoku in the Jets D. So doubling up at tight end. Getting Hill and St. Brown is pretty baller. I'll tell you that much.
I love that lineup, but that is the most like hype hipster lineup I've ever seen, Danny. I love that, dude. Hill, St. Brown, Moss, Warren, Brevin Jordan. Man, yeah, that's plugged in. That's plugged in directly to the Twitter machine, brother. I hope you win. I hope you win $1 million, Danny. That would be amazing.
Herbert in New England or Stafford in LA versus Cleveland? I think we got to go Herbert here.
Herbert, yeah.
Injury concerns, PPR, Downs or Olave?
I mean, I might be on Downs regardless.
Yeah, probably.
That Lions-Saints game does have shootout potential on the table.
I took the under in that game. On the Better Sports Betting Show. I don't know. Even with Olave in there, I have concerns about the Saints consistently moving the ball against the Lions defense here.
Yeah. Plus, yeah. Okay.
You can throw on Tennessee. Give me Downs.
I already picked Downs as well. Dude, I'm sitting here looking at these things, man. These cards I'm going to be on.
You got the 2 fat packs.
So you, for those that don't follow the channel, check out the show Rip and Riff with our producers, Adam Bernard and Jared Moore, where they basically just open packs of cards and they talk about the players and stuff and talk about the future of the players, who to buy, who to sell. And I'm going to be on the show tomorrow. So I went out and got these pack of cards. I haven't opened a pack card in a decade. And I'm sitting at these, I'm looking at these things, and it's taken every ounce of willpower not to rip these puppies open
if you looked at my desk is currently full of cards. I have it never works, but I got an autographed Dorian Thompson Robinson right here.
Ooh, the DTR, baby. Let's go.
Just waiting it out. I have cards everywhere. I pulled a Bronny James yesterday. They're just.
Dude, should I open one of these right now and I'll just go out tomorrow?
Yeah, go for it. You open some cards. We'll answer some questions. I'll tell you what, you have more restraint than I would. I would open those packs already. And be like, damn it, I have to go back to the store now.
I can't handle it, dude. No, I'm gonna behave myself. Unless if the chat wants me to open the cards, I'll open the cards.
You're teasing everybody now.
If the chat wants them opened, I'll open them.
Ringing the alarm and then wants to know, Juwan Johnson, Everett, or Brevin Jordan?
I'm going Juwan, man. Juwan led the team in routes run last week, 7 targets. Everett, I want to caution people that Everett, since he came to the Chargers, has never played more than 80% of the snaps in a game ever, regardless of who's healthy, who's not. And in 26 games, he's only played more than 70% 3 times. So Gerald Everett is not a full-time player, and he gets matched up versus Kyle Duggar. The Patriots this year, only 2 teams have allowed 400 yards or fewer to the tight end position. The Browns, who are number 1, and the Patriots. And they've only let up 1 touchdown tight ends as well. Be very careful with that. Gerald Everett, I think, is one of the trap plays of the week.
Coop, you knew you opened Pandora's box here. Everybody's saying open the pack. So
okay, I'll open one of them.
You have to open one. It's the Mosaic Fat Pack 2023 set. Yeah. We'll get.
And I'll go out.
What's the pull there? What's the bottom? What's the package there? What are you really looking for?
So we're looking for the camo pink parallels. And I'll tell you what, dude, John, this pack has a chance to, if you win, you could be the kid reporter at the Super Bowl. So your boy could be out there, the kid reporter of the year at the Super Bowl, dude. Look out now.
All right, you open some cards and we'll answer some questions. Watson or Dotson at the flex in a PPR?
I'm gonna go. I like Watson, man. Watson looks like he's come on as of
late. Christian Watson really looking good here.
All right, I've never done one of these before, so do I open them from the bottom? How do you go with this, dude?
Well, what do you mean?
I don't want to steal all the thunder of their show. Okay, here's the first one here. We got a Cole Kmet. And I think it's just one of like the normal.
Yeah, just
ones,
a
right?
base. It's a base silver. So these are Mosaic prisms. Everybody.
Here's what we'll do. We'll answer one question and then I'll show one card that we. Okay. So first one, Cole Kmet.
Anthony knows good cards are always in the back, Coop. So when I opened up that Bronny James yesterday, I opened the packs from the back to see what the hit's going to be. First card of the box that I opened right away, Bronny James. This is what the card you want in these McDonald's All-American packs. It's like, oh god, we hit Bronny already.
Got the Bronny.
The box has 2 Ray Wave cards, and it was a Bronny James Ray Wave, so it's basically the best card.
Hell yeah!
Not even an autograph that you could get.
Just wait till the Celtics draft him, and then LeBron has to come play for the Celtics.
Exactly. Christian Watson, T. Higgins, Noah Brown for half PBR. Gotta go Watson here, right?
Yeah, we like him, and that's just one.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah,
and in a full PPR, Zeke, Elijah Moore, Juwan Johnson.
I think I'm gonna go Elijah Moore here. Flacco can distribute the football, and he also gets carries from every now and again. All right, next card. We have a future Hall of Famer here. It's a base set card. Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. There you go.
So, hey, not bad. These are the first cards I've opened in a very long time. So.
How many cards in the pack, Coop?
15. But we have at least 15 questions.
Yeah, we definitely have at least 15 questions. Deontay Johnson or Nico Collins here?
I like Nico. I think that this is a great matchup for him.
Shootout game for sure.
Yeah, next one here. Chandler Jones in the house. Raiders Chandler Jones, of course. So
yeah. Instagram Live fame, Chandler Jones.
He's not doing so hot.
Probably not that much. Wants to know Javonte Williams, Devin Singletary, Josh Downs, and a flex.
I'm gonna go Javonte against the Texans. You can still run in the Texans.
Let's see. I agree with you 100% actually. Thielen or Olave for Charles?
I'm going to go Adam Thielen here and just hope that they keep doing what they've been doing. TJ Hawkinson. We got a tight end card in the house, baby. Let's get it. Base set, TJ Hawkinson.
Twisters from the Twitch gang in the chat. Want to know.
Twitch gang.
Ingram or Hill? Coop.
Ingram, man. Ingram's in a great spot. I actually got to move him up a little bit, I think. I still have him like tight end 5, but the matchup is – it doesn't get much better than the Bengals defense. They lost both their safeties in free agency this year. Von Bell, Jesse Bates. If the Broncos weren't so bad against the tight end, then the Bengals would be the worst team versus the tight end, but the Broncos are just, getting crushed. So I'm going Ingram for sure.
I'm with you there. Better boss on which game will have the highest total today? Well, if you're looking at Vegas, it looks like it's going to be Miami, Washington, or Houston versus Denver. So
or I know you bet the under.
I bet the under.
Lions and Saints, but I think it's going to be Houston and Miami.
Yeah, I'm with you. What do we have for next card, Coop?
We got some Hall of Famers here coming in. Jerome Bettis,
dude.
The
bus.
Get the bus. I'm going to buy like 10 packs of these.
Jason wants to know, Nico, Dell, and Olave needs 2 out of 3 in a standard league.
Ooh, in standard, I think I'm going to go Nico. I might just start both the Texans, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to go with both the Texans as well.
Yep.
Mark saying happy football day, full PPR need 2. Montgomery, Hall, or Brian Robinson?
Montgomery, Hall, or Brian Robinson. I think I'm going to go with Monty here. I think he finds the end zone.
Alrighty, I like that call. Half PPR, ETN or Ayuk?
Ayuk, we love Ayuk. Oh no, wait a second. Sorry.
Yeah, ETN against Cincinnati is a pretty good spot.
You have to go ETN. Yeah, my brain keeps thinking auto answer Ayuk because I do love him, but ETN's also an auto answer. I got to get connected to my thing for the Sirius show, so you do the next one.
Go turn on your codec
before I set it up. Probably the least deserving Hall of Famer of all time, Joe Namath. He can't tell the story of the league without him, but I mean, come on, like his stats. I think he threw more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah, his stats are abysmal. Matt wants to know Carr or Minshew here today. I'm going to go Minshew, Matt. Good better spot for him going up against Tennessee. Rex, you got the Bijan Robinson exposure in DFS. I mean, listen, he could still get the yardage and he gets the value in PPR here. So, he could catch some passes and help you there. But yeah, I don't really. Again, I think these are just two very bad teams here. I'm not really banking on too much scoring. And the odds of a no touchdown game was plus 2,500. So I just threw the bet out there as the long shot dart. So very well could score. I know Bender liked Bijan as well, going up against a bad Jets run defense of late. So not terrible. I don't like these teams here. I could see Desmond Ridder having trouble scoring. We know the Fighting Tim Boyles can't move the football either there. So Red Rizzle, tight end PPR, Jawan, Higbee, or Henry. Then we're going to go Jawan Johnson here over Higbee and Henry. Is that right, Coop?
Yep, that's exactly how I have it.
Tyler, good morning. What do you think about Higgins this week in desperation? Also, does weekly rankings get updated today over at Fantasyland? You updating rankings in a group today?
Yeah, I'll get them updated. Once the inactives come out at 11:30.
Yep. What do you think on Higgins?
What's it? Higgins versus who?
It just says, do you like Higgins this week?
Not really. Not with Jake Browning at quarterback. I mean, it's hard enough to trust Jamar Chase.
Okay. Do you go Otis Nixon or Jalen Warren? I'm kidding. It's Joe Mixon.
Sorry, I've lost my spot in the chat, dude. I'm going with Jalen Warren. Is it full PPR? Actually, I'm going Jalen Warren regardless against the Cardinals.
Okay. Otis Nixon's an old baseball player. I just wanted to. You're not a baseball guy. It's my fault for throwing the joke out there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nah, it's okay. Yeah,
Trot Nixon would have worked.
Trot Nixon would have worked for you. I went Otis Nixon. We're all out here. Mark says flex 2, Sutton, Downs, Dotson. Pick Hall, Montgomery, or Robinson here.
Sutton, Downs, Dotson. I'm going to go with Sutton for sure, and then Downs. And then for the RBs, just one RB?
Yeah, looks like.
I'm going with Monty.
Okay. Chargy here. Alave, Downs, Deontay, Chuba, or Dylan need 2 for flex.
I like Downs. 2 for flex. I'm going to go with Downs. I like Downs and Deontay.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I got a lot of questions on the cards. Those are the Panini Mosaics. Cool. Just go to the back. Let's see these pink.
No. We're going through real quick. Dorian Williams. All right,
okay.
We'll get him out of the way. Ventrell Miller. What do they just put the ones that you don't care about in here?
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one for everybody. Garrett Wilson. That's a base card.
Hey, we got a little mosaic in that one. That's a good.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So it does have a little.
Yeah. You get the refractive mosaic in that one for Garrett Wilson. All right.
Shiny. I'll have to fix my my camera settings so that we can actually see when I go through these. This is a good test run for the show.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite players, a guy that I have a jersey of here. This I'm excited about. It's green. I don't know what it means, but. Dude, it's our guy Ty Law.
There you go. Little green mosaic, Ty Law. Like that.
Green mosaic, Ty Law, baby. Jeez, I guess I should have saved these for the actual show. If you guys like checking out cards getting ripped, Rip and Riff on this channel. They're doing it every week. It's awesome. I always watch it, and I finally get to be on it this week. So I'm going to be opening some cards. I got a pink one here. Pink Justin Fields in the house.
There you go.
All right. Is there like some place I can go and check out the rankings of the colors? That one's thick. That's a thick boy.
Yeah, so obviously the pack hits are the pink ones. So those are the
special
ones
ones.
you're looking for. Yeah,
Okay.
specialty only to those packs.
Would have been nice if that Garrett Wilson was special with a Ty Law. So we got a Damian Pierce, been relegated to some degree, but there's still some hope out there for him. Next one, rookie here, rookie defensive player for the Packers, Mr. Lucas Van Ness.
There you go.
Up in the house. Then
we
have
a Stroud or a Richardson. That'd be great. Yeah, it'd
be nice. This is a bang card. I don't know what that means, but it's Fred Warner laying the big hit here.
Okay, a little insert.
A little insert, a little bang
insert there.
And the last one is another insert, touchdown master Derrick Henry.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty cool. So yeah, not bad, dude. I'm really into this, dude.
Now you're gonna have to go back and buy more. Well, you've opened up the can of worms there.
I do. I do have to buy more for the show, regardless. So
that's true. That's true.
Odds of me buying just one pack are very low.
Let's get this question answered. Juwan Johnson, Logan Thomas for Lucius here.
Juwan Johnson or Logan Thomas? I'm going to start Logan Thomas because if Olave was out, I would have gone Juwan, but I'm going to have Logan Thomas ahead. I'm going to update all my final tight end rankings right at just after noon and get those posted.
I'm looking for this card on my desk here. It's a Tank Dell Jumbo Patch Origins card, or a little friend of the thing there. All right, a couple more minutes, guys. Everybody, then go listen to Coop and Bender on Sirius XM radio here. So we're gonna rapid fire. Coop, you ready?
Yep.
Rapid fire. Process the word rapid fire. And
I have a hard time with it, but I'm gonna do my best.
Wide receiver 2 and a flex. Downs, Higgins, Dubs, Cooper, Rice, Connor, Dylan. Give them 2.
Downs and Rashee Rice.
Okay. Olave and Dell need 2 and a stand. Nico, Olave, Dell need 2. We may have answered this one already, but we need 2 in a
we're going both the Texans.
Yep. Need 2 in a PPR. Moss, Olave, Rashee, Deontay.
That's where I'm definitely going. I'm going Rashee and Deontay on that one.
I like it. Need 1 in a standard. Pickens, Hopkins, or Downs.
Oof, standard is not a good format for Downs. I think I'm going to go George Pickens.
Yep, Pickens for me too. Anthony wants to know, no Goddard, no likely. PPR tight end, Brevin Jordan, Juwan Johnson.
Juwan
is in there. Pick 2 full PPR, Hopkins, Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins.
Hopkins and Deontay Johnson. I don't trust T. Higgins.
Yep, I'm with you there. Hoosier wants to know full PPR. Down 44. Go with Goff or Murray. I would go with Goff in that situation. I don't like Kyler on the road this week. And then, in your opinion, running back in the flex, Connor, Singletary, Hopkins. I guess Singletary and Hopkins for me. I don't really like that matchup for Arizona on the road this week. Ford or Brees?
Ford.
And then need a flex, Mixon or Warren or Olave here, standard.
Mixon, Warren. I like Mixon and Warren in standard.
Yeah, agreed there. Last question here from Tyler. Then we got to get Coop over to the Sirius XM show here. Higgins, Perry, or Jameson Williams need 1 full PPR.
That's where I'm going to go T. Higgins. Yep.
All right, guys, go listen to Bender and Coop over at Sirius XM. Coop, you can get out of here. I can handle closing.
I'll catch you later.
We'll be back again live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Myself and Britt Flynn will be taking you through NFL Inactive. So subscribe to the channel. Don't miss our live shows here, and we will get you guys set up in an hour. But again, go listen to Sirius XM right now. Coop and Bender taking you through the next hour. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See you then.